we live in the times where entrepreneurs focus on innovations which are always based on software, or usually based on software. And here comes the question, how to build a right software development team. And today, in our studio, we have Przemek Mikus, and he's the best person to answer this question. Przemek Mikus is COO of Frontend House. And hi, Przemek. Hi, it's very nice to see you in our studio today.
Hi,
and
Olga.
could you please say a few words about yourself?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Hi, Olga. Hi, everyone. I'm really happy that you invited me to this episode. I'm Przemek Mikus. Friends call me PM, and I'm Chief Operating Officer of Liki and taking care also about the Frontend House. I will be happy to share some of my thoughts about how to create the good software development team, and will be happy to share some experience out of that.
Okay, so are you ready to start?
Yes.
To reveal some secrets about building software development teams?
This is not maybe secrets, yeah? I don't want to name it as a kind of secrets, but this is maybe some bunch of good practices and nice approach to that, and yep, I will be happy to discuss this with you. Yeah?
Perfect, so let's go. And my first question is, everybody says that the team is the key of success of the project. Can you please tell me why? Why is it so important?
So normally when you start with some innovation, and when you are an entrepreneur who would like to introduce some product or service what has to be changing the world, what we, to be honest, observe nowadays pretty often. So normally people starts with an idea, yeah? Having an idea, this is one of key points, to success with introducing of that innovation of, for example, some digital product, yeah? Second important stuff, it's innovator or team of innovators, yeah? You have to have right people, usually founders, what let's say stay behind the idea, staying behind this innovation. But third really important part to that, it's a team who will bring this innovation live
and take care of all operations in that.
Operation, development, introducing this just to the market, yeah? So this is one of three really important parts of every project. Yeah, I mean, idea, innovator or innovators, and the team what will bring this innovation just live. Yeah.
Could you please tell me what are the patterns of building software development team?
So thinking about patterns for the creation of the software development team, you have to consider that from the different angles, yeah? So, for example, you can start with the, let's say, team roles. You might consider what kind of people you might need inside the team. I mean, architects, project managers, front-end developers, testers, DevOps, that kind of roles inside the team. But this is one approach. Yeah. Second is the technological approach. Yeah. So if you define this what is needed, I mean this what is needed in your digital product, you might have into the consideration that you might need some, let's say, bunch of front-end developers or back-end developers or mobile experts. So this is, let's say, second approach or second angle what you can take into the consideration creating the good team. Yeah. The third approach is that you have to take into the consideration non-technical skills. Yeah. I mean that you might need people who are, for example, good communicators, yeah, or who believe in the same goal, or who can work together, being at the same time independent, yeah, thinking, let's say, in from the broad perspective about your product, about your vision, and being able, to discuss and even to argue if it's needed, yeah, for the success in the project, yeah.
So argument could appear in project, and it is even good.
Of course, if we argue, all the time, this is really bad. Since then we, don't work together, and if we fight, this is really bad. Yeah, but argues are really okay if this is, let's say, kind of positive critics. Yeah. So I mean that you have to have the team what is enough independent and have, let's say, enough power inside to talk with you as a founder or as a product owner freely and go to you with the ideas in an open way. Yeah? Since then, you may count that the product will be, better created. Yeah, let's say you should not expect that, every team member will follow,
your instructions all the time.
Exactly, the instructions all the time. Of course, this is important, but to have possibility to discuss. Maybe argue it's too strong word, yeah?
Yeah, but suggesting their own ideas and communicating.
Exactly. Since if you are talking about the digital products, what changing the world constantly, the world is changing that fast that never one person can follow every changes, and you don't have possibility to be an expert in every field. Yeah, you have to work as a team. Yeah, this is kind of secret sauce. Yeah.
While coming back to the team roles like project manager, UI UX designers, back-end front-end developers, do we need all of them in the team?
Of course, you can define the different roles and different types depending on the project. Yeah, but let's say one of the most important might be, for example, architects or tech leaders or product owners, project owners, project managers.
So you name all of them because every role is important, yeah.
No, I mean, okay. I've been thinking that you might consider different roles, yeah. Also, bearing in mind, for example, software developers, both backend, frontend, mobile, quality assurance. I mean, testers or UI UX designers, DevOps, and more. To be honest, yeah. But depending on the project, you might need to have inside some sophisticated project the team what consists of pretty different people. Yeah, I mean different roles. Yeah. So, for example, if you are making some scope of work for the project, or if you define the goal, then on the very beginning, you might need to ask some architect for some support. Yeah. To give you possibility, to take high-level decisions about the structure of the project or about some techniques what will be used, internally inside. Yeah. Of course, if we are talking about the software project or the project where software component is one of important part inside, then you have to think about the software developers itself, yeah, with of course different expertise, and sometimes you might need, if the project is more customer related, then you might need some support of UX or UI designers, yeah, for you to, for example, if you are talking about some app, for example, a mobile app or something like that, yeah, then UX designer should, take care about, let's say, the customer feeling, and the customer experience, for the app, But it depends, If the project is really big, then you need to have the team what consists of these roles, and probably, not only one person holding every sophisticated role, So, for example, I can imagine project that, you have one architect, one tech lead, one UX designer, one UI designer, and some bunch of software developers and testers and that kind of stuff, if the project is big enough, But if you have some smaller one, then sometimes one person can play more than one of those roles, The software developers and tech leads, for example. So sometimes this can be the same person, You mean taking care about software development, but also about some, let's say, higher level issues like scaling for application or something like that, So sometimes you need a really huge bunch of the people inside the team, and sometimes team can be just smaller, and sometimes, for example, if we are talking about the visual part of the project, then UI and UX designers sometimes can be the same person even, Of course, it's it's better when you have the bigger team, but sometimes the project is not that huge, For example, if we are talking about some, say, one of our last experiences, if we are talking about some application for the life saving, then the team been smaller, I mean, not that many people been involved, So it was not, 15 people project, but only, 5 or so,
And sometimes 5 people is enough to build a great project, it depends on the team.
It depends on the team. You have to, taking this decision, you have to consider 2 aspects, One is just exact scope of the project. If the project itself needs to have the really big team, but sometimes this might be, better to focus on the right selection of the people. I mean, not only taking care into the consideration if the people know exact, technology. Of course, this is kind of, let's say, funds, So if you want to create some mobile app, for example, then consistency of your team has to be mobile developers, or, for example, front-end developers, what can code in some cross-platform technology, I mean, React Native, Flutter, or so, So this is kind of funds what is needed, but also you have to take care about the consistency of the team, to have internally really open-minded people, what are eager to follow not only instructions, but also to bear in mind, let's say, the goal for the project. And they want that kind of people who would like, to discuss it freely,
to make something bigger than just a regular.
To make some innovation, and to really maybe not only, put as much of lines of the code what is needed, but to really think how to solve the issue, how to really change the world using this digital product what we create.
How to make this world better. Sounds so great.
Okay, this might sound so great.
No, it really sounds great.
But let's imagine, for example, think about product what we really, everybody of us is knowing that. For example, Facebook. Do you know how many people work in Facebook from the technological standpoint? How huge is this project?
I think it's just really huge, just thousands of people.
Yeah, it's thousands. Yeah, last information what we got, it was 17,000.
17,000?
Yep. Inside an app, what do you feel like it's pretty simple, to be honest,
Maybe.
Maybe 17,000, yeah. But sometimes,
Amazing.
sometimes of course you don't need to have 17,000 team to create some innovation, yeah. For example, if we are talking, for example, about Skype, what has been introduced to the market some time ago, when they started with the team, the first, let's say, consistency of the team was
Just
really
three people, yeah.
people, yeah, at the very beginning, yeah. But after that, if you want the project to be, let's say,
To scale.
and if you want project to be better prepared to the different environments, for example, or different markets, then you might need some additional roles or additional people who will take care about that. Since even if we are talking, for example, about the Skype, yeah, and if you have the, let's say, foundation with the team of 3 people, you can see easily that you cannot cover those, I don't know, 10 roles, what we've been, naming before, if we don't, let's say, put different of those roles into the same people, yeah? Into the same person. Yeah? So sometimes architect can be also tech lead and also front-end developer, for example. Yeah?
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you for that. To sum up, how do you define a good software development team?
How do I define the good software development team? We've been talking about the roles inside of the team, but this is only one angle. Yeah. Second is, of course, the technical approach. You have to build the team having inside, right tech competences. Yeah. The people experienced with the technologies, what are needed, in the project. When we, of course, define, let's say, the technological stack for the project. Yeah. So this is the second approach. Yeah. One was, roles, what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Second is the technical expertise. Yeah. So, for example, if inside of your project you need some more JavaScript experienced people, you cannot put inside or engage inside people what has expertise only with Java. Yeah? This is, Java plus script. This is not a JavaScript. Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's worked this way.
Yeah, that's it. But this is the second stuff. Yeah, but third stuff is that you have to have the team built in a way what gives you possibility to gain the success, with your project. So apart from the roles, apart from the tech skills, you have to combine the team this way to give them possibility to firstly, go to the same direction, yeah? To give them possibility to understand the goal of the project, yeah? Understand, what patterns do they have to follow, yeah? This is really important. The second is that you need to have the team what can communicate freely. You have to prepare for them, really nice communication channels. Different tools, different approaches, but to give them possibility to talk freely, to share thoughts, to share minds, and to give them possibility just to work together and not to have any communication barriers. Yeah. So this is, yeah.
You said that you combine people with different approaches and different technologies, but different characters too.
Yes, that's true. Sometimes inside of the project, you need to have really brilliant minds, yeah? The people who are easily to solve the technological issues, yeah? But also, you have to have the team created this way to have inside of the team people who communicate freely. Yes, and sometimes good tech skills don't come together with really good communication skills, for
But
example.
sometimes it goes together, so we can say.
Sometimes it goes together, sometimes not. But the good team is a team with different characters. You don't have to have the success in your project. you cannot have only kind of scientists, only. You also have to have communicators, You also have to have possibility to mix the team and to give the possibility, for the team to share ideas and to work together,
Interesting.
When you create the team, you have to support them with their areas of responsibility, You have to set up some goals for the team members, but also you have to think and somehow prepare it what areas of responsibility they will have, And I mean not only from the technological standpoint, but for example, I know this person should be responsible for this part of application or this part of digital product, or even some, let's say, communication aspects or documentation, or different roles, and you have to offer to the team some independency. They have to have not that really heavy structure, not that really top-down heavy structure, to give you possibility to work more agile, to deliver the innovation
and to suggest new ideas.
Yes, not only follow the rules, not only follow the points, but to give them possibility to come easily with their ideas, and then you might be really surprised how your product or digital product might flourish. This is, to be honest, this is not so really easy. We pretty often support our partners with when we are thinking about the creation, the good team, but we also base on our expertise from the previous projects. But this is really important. Taking care maybe not only about the technological aspects, but also about the cultural aspects and that kind of soft skills and soft demands.
Thank you so much.
I feel like, pretty often our partners or customers are asking us how to create the really good software development team. And we are just supporting them with our expertise. And you can easily, find the button on our webpage. Just free consultation, click it, order, and we'll be happy, to support you with our expertise to give you possibility to bring your digital idea live.
Thank you so much. It was really nice interview and it was really interesting. Subscribe to our channel and give thumbs up as always on all our podcasts. And see you on the next Expert Zone Talks. See ya!